let's go through my skincare routine, shall we? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, long time no chat. Sorry about it. We're just gonna take my makeup off. I have like a slightly updated getting on ready routine, I guess. I don't really know. Let's just get into it, shall we? Because I really don't have much to say. I'm just trying to get ready for bed. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm trying really hard not to be lazy. So with that, I'm gonna take my makeup off with the DIEUX Ethereal Facial Cleansing Oil. I like this, but I don't think it's like my favorite oil cleanser. Also, just as like a general disclaimer, I received this because I was a part of their test group for this. So I got this free, but it doesn't change my opinion. I think it's a really good oil cleanser, but I feel like I have to use a lot of it just to kind of like get the job done. And it's like a little bit different because I don't think you have to emulsify it. Like, it doesn't say on the directions that you need to emulsify it at all. I still do though. Sorry, also the setup is so awkward. I just spent like 5 minutes tinkering around with my tripod. I don't really have like a lot of counter space at my sink, so I couldn't get my tripod to set up in the way that I wanted it to, so sorry about it. I am almost out of this oil cleanser. So if you guys have any recs, let me know. I think I might just go back to the PREQUEL. I'm going to be in Seattle for a couple of days soon, so I think I'm just gonna like go to Target and pick it up there, I guess. Also, side note, normally, you guys know I wear the Charlotte Tilbury mascara, right? I have been wearing, which one is it? I think it's the Killlash, the Clio mascara, which you can see the oil is like not breaking it down, but it's very interesting. I almost feel like it could be like a tubing formula because it will come off with just water, I guess. And it also comes off pretty easily with just like regular micellar water, so I don't really know what that means. Anyway, I'm gonna rinse this off now. See, like there's bits of the mascara. If I like push down on my lashes, I don't know. It's an interesting formula to say the least. It's not my Charlotte Tilbury, but it does the job. And I saw that Katie Jane Hughes, I think she's finally like releasing her mascara this summer. So I will be picking that up to try it because she's been talking about it for the last like year and a half-ish, I think. And I think we're aligned on what makes a good mascara. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Yeah, like we can see the breakdown of the mascara. It doesn't break down like a normal mascara that I'm used to. So anyway, now for my second cleanse, I really like the Skinfix. This is the foaming oil cleanser. This is so good. Quite possibly one of the best cleansers I've ever used. This is a tried and true. Like I always go back to this if there's nothing else I want to try. I did, however, want to try the Baptism cleanser from DIEUX. My Sephora only had the fragranced one though. This is strong. This is, oh my god, this is so strong. If you don't like fragrance, make sure you get the unscented version of this because oh my god. But it's a really, like, I would say that it's a pretty gentle cleanser, to be quite honest. And I don't find that it strips my skin. I was worried for a while there that it was breaking me out. I was getting, I guess they're like closed comedones, I don't really know. But I was getting them like all around my chin and my mouth. And I just could not pinpoint exactly what it was. I thought it was my vitamin C. It's not that. I thought it was this cleanser. It's not that. And I think I was able to kind of figure it out. It's either the RHODE glazing milk, which, spoiler alert, I will be using that tonight because I'm still trying to figure out if that could be the cause. But since I've put that back in my routine, I haven't really noticed anything. It's either the RHODE, the Astura Cream Mist Toner, which I returned that because anytime I was spraying it on my face, it made my eyes burn. Like, the residue was just getting in this area here, and then my eyes were getting cloudy, and I've never had that happen with a facial mist before. I just thought that was so weird. Anyway, so I thought it could be that. And then the other one that I'm actually really thinking it is, which breaks my heart. And I think it was actually causing weirdness in conjunction with the Astura Cream Mist, whatever. But I think the Phytosurgeon's moisturizer, unfortunately, was breaking me out because once I returned the Astura, I started doing like everything else like normal, and then I put the Phytosurgeon's moisturizer on, and that day when I was wearing makeup, my makeup was sitting weird, and also by the end of the day, I had a stupid closed comb around my mouth. I was like, what the hell is going on? So, I think it's that. Squeaky clean. But yeah, so I was like, okay, this is really upsetting. So I switched back to, I swear, you guys, this is not sponsored in the slightest. I wish, oh my god, if this was sponsored by DIEUX, that would be literally a dream come true because I just really love their stuff. Anyway, I switched back to Instant Angel. I have not had any problems. And I also haven't really been wearing makeup all that much either lately. I've been going through a little bit of a quarter life crisis. That's besides the point. I switched back to Instant Angel. I haven't had any problems. And I don't think it was hormonal either because the first time around, I got my period. And then this time around, I got my period again, but there's nothing. So, I don't really know. Oh, and to go back to this cleanser, it's a really solid cleanser. Like I said, I don't think I actually like fully explained my thoughts on this. I do enjoy this. I don't find it to be too stripping on my skin. I find it cleans my skin really well. Another cleanser that I really like is the PREQUEL Gleanser, but I keep that one in my shower because I just find that it dispenses so much product on the hand, and I always try to remember to like only take half a pump. And I just find it easier to wash off when I'm in the shower. So I keep that one in my shower, and then I have the Skinfix and the DIEUX just kind of like on the vanity sort of like my bathroom. We're gonna finish this routine in a more familiar spot. I'll see you at my vanity. We're at the vanity. So, oh my god. Opening my eyes for that split second with that cleanser. If your eyes are sensitive, don't open your eyes when you have soap in them. But anyway, so at night, I will do one of three things. I will either use the NATURIUM Retinaldehyde, I think is what it is. I'll put the percentage on the screen. I have it at my bedside table because I normally do my skincare at my bedside table, but the lighting in there is not good at all. Well, I'll either use that, or if I feel like my skin just really needs it, like if I feel like my skin's been put through the ringer, I won't use any actives at all, and I'll just focus on hydration. Maybe like 2 to 3 times a week. If I'm like actually staying on top of a routine, I'll use a chemical exfoliant. It'll either be like the Dr. Dennis Gross. Those I only use like once a week, once every other week. Or what I really like is I like the Paula's Choice. This is the Mandelic and Lactic acid liquid exfoliant. I tried the BHA one. It was too much for my skin, I guess. This works really well for me. I find it's more like sensitive skin friendly. I don't find my face gets like really itchy and irritated when I use this. I'm going to use it today. I just feel like my skin could use that little bit of exfoliation. So we're gonna go in with this. I know some people use liquid exfoliants on their hands. I like to use a cotton pad. I don't know. I just feel like it's more effective that way. And I also feel like if there's anything left over, which honestly sometimes there is, like I feel like sometimes no matter how much I clean my face, there's still stuff left over. I just kind of sweep this all over the face. I don't like these cotton pads. You know what cotton pads I used to love getting? I used to get the Shiseido ones when they were $11. Now I think they're like $22 at Shoppers, which is crazy. I have to see if Sephora still has them. But I just remember them being so nice and luxurious and like actually sturdy. Like this falls apart, but I did a pretty good job at actually washing my face. Slay. There's hardly anything on there. I just kind of let it sit in my face. While it's sitting in my face, I guess we'll talk about the RHODE. This is the Glazing Milk. This is good, but I will say, because I was worried about this causing my breakouts, I recently picked up the Bubble Cosmic Silk Hydrating Milky Toner. And these are basically the exact same thing. Honestly, I find them to be the exact same thing. So I've been using this one in the mornings and then this one in the evening, just in case this is what's causing my breakouts. I don't want it to like break me out while I'm wearing my makeup. I'd rather the breakout be present in the morning, and then that way I can kind of decide what I want to do in the morning if that's the case, you know. Let me say one thing that's really driving me nuts, and I hate TikTok for popularizing doing your makeup this way, because I guess people, or not makeup but your skincare, because I guess people are like holding their phone with one hand and then they only have one hand free to like apply. I hate the fact that people are like dumping things on their face. Oh, that drives me nuts. I'm gonna apply it in my hand like a sane person. No, as one should do, because I just don't see the need in dumping the product on your face. And then they act all surprised because it like is dripping off of their face. They're like, oh my god. And it's like, maybe if you just would have applied that in your hand. Not me, the low-key being a hater. It's fine. It's fine. Side note, I think I'm gonna make a video about my hair care routine, because I have been on such a journey with my hair. And let me tell you, the way my hair looks right now, you wouldn't be able to tell, but I guess you can like see just like the shininess of where it's pulled back right now. My hair looks so good, you guys. And you should have seen like where we started from the bottom. Now we're here. In the last couple of wash times, I've been using the Sacred conditioner. Mind-blowing stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. For my moisturizer, like I mentioned before, we're just sticking to a classic, Instant Angel. And again, not sponsored. I didn't really realize how heavily DIEUX this video was, but I just really like their stuff. What can I say? Especially Instant Angel. I also have Air Angel. I don't like Air Angel as much as I like Instant Angel. I think I might just gift the samples that I have to some friends. It was 100 reward points at Sephora, and I got it just because I was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to try it. I don't care for it. I prefer this. I wish I would have just like held off, because then they had the Instant Angel as a reward for 100 points, and I was like, oh well, now I'm saving my points for Rouge rewards. So anyway, which I got a Rouge reward that I'm holding on to for my trip to Seattle, because I have like a whole wish list of stuff that I want to buy while I'm in the States. the Sephora wish list is a little bit crazy. There's a lot. I don't think I'm going to be buying all of it, obviously, because I still need to consider like the space that I have in my suitcase. But the Rouge Reward is going to help, like, you know, fund that. So if there's anything that you would like for me to pick up in the States and you want my feedback on, let me know. And I'll take a gander. I think I'm going to try to vlog while I'm there. That's for sure. Hopefully. We'll see. I can never seem to remember to vlog when I have the intention of vlogging. Aquaphor. This is just, you know, one of those products. I use that on my lips. And a lot of people would be like, why don't you just use Vaseline? I think Vaseline and Aquaphor are two completely different products. And quite frankly, I think Aquaphor does a better job at treating the dryness of lips. But that's just my opinion. Like, that's just kind of how I feel about that. Some people would disagree. But that's just how I feel. Okay, so the skincare is done. That's all I have for you in that regard. But I guess while we're here, I might as well just like fully finish getting ready for bed with you guys. So I'm gonna put some heatless curls in my hair. But like, this is what my hair is looking like freshly washed. I just washed it yesterday and I pressed it yesterday. Mind you, my hair... 465 for the heat. But like, isn't it gorgeous? Yeah. We're getting good at it. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my heatless rollers. Okay. I just use these like random ones. I think I bought them a couple years ago off of like Shein, maybe even Temu. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know how I feel about them. And I try to minimize the use of these because I'm really tender-headed and I'm not trying to like lose my edges. You can already see like they're balding a little bit, and I just find that they cause quite a bit of tension. So yeah. But I just try to like section some pieces off. I don't know, there's not really a rhyme or reason to this. I just do my best. I'm gonna take this, I go under, so I'm gonna like wrap the ends of it, I guess. Yeah, see, like this is already a stupid amount of tension on my hairline. Like, that does not feel nice. But beauty's pain. First, my hair, I'm gonna use this little Kerastase oil. That last one, I definitely have some of my ends sticking out. Whatever. I'm just gonna put my bonnet on. Anyway. Thanks for getting on ready with me. I've missed you guys and I've wanted to come back, but I don't know. Just, I haven't really been wearing makeup. Like, today was the first time that I put on makeup in, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Sorry, my cats are, hold on, let me see if I can show you. They're too funny. Anyway, that's it. New makeup content coming soon. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. New makeup content. Vlog of Seattle and Vancouver for my vacation. Let me know what you want to see from me. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know what's happening. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. And we'll catch you in the next one. hopefully not a month from now. Yeah. Good night.